Scott, this is Tom Driscoll. Sorry we're late. Big surprise. I think the ruling is that you will not be able to vote because we can't see you. So I think we'll conduct a discussion without you. But maybe you could just take a short amount of time here, if you guys can hear this, and just remind us of where you came down on the loan guarantees for Jesse Street Java and Baker's Auto.
Okay. Well, my general feeling on both of the loan guarantees were that that's probably not the route that I would choose as a first option for the EDA. It's there's multiple reasons for that, but I would rather look at some other options instead of looking at loan guarantees at this point in time. I don't know how detailed you want me to get on.
I think that's adequate. We'll between Janelle and I and Steve and Sam, who were all in that meeting, if we have to synthesize any of your comments, trust us, we'll do our best to not put words in your mouth.
Okay.
Okay, Scott, thanks a lot.
Thanks.
Okay, thank you.
Because just spinning off of what he said, there are many reasons for that. We didn't just simply look at the guarantee, we don't, that's why I asked to take the rhetorical part of the question off the agenda. We didn't simply say no. It opened up such a can of worms that we went down a lot of avenues, and we asked a lot of hypotheticals and really explored, kind of gazed at our own navel. What is it that we loan money for? Who do we loan money to? If we won't loan the money, why would we guarantee the money? What's our relationship with the bank? We've been all through this. I hope we can not go back all through that again tonight, but let the discussion go where it has to go. We have our next agenda item here. Is there anything more we have to say about G-Force? That's a work in progress.
Other than clarifying the record, but I'm not going to do that.
What do you mean, clarify?
Well, he said some things that I think are not correct, but there's no need to go through that.
Well, this is, got cameras rolling.
Well, even regardless, it's not necessary to bring that up. He's trying. We're all trying. We're all frustrated.
Yeah.
We're trying to describe an elephant to blind people.
So,
doesn't always work.
5E4, which is now 5, loan guarantee policy. Let's hold off on the policy discussion per se and just go right to Jesse Street Java request.
Okay. I didn't throw this one out in the packet because there's numbers on credit cards, and it was mainly directed to the committee, so I'll just kind of paraphrase here. But Jesse Street Java has a request for a loan guarantee for $18,000, which would go for a loan consolidation or a consolidation loan from Rushford State Bank. And this would be working to address the milestone from their forbearance for reducing higher interest debt. So and the consolidation loan would make a considerable difference in their cash flow. So I don't know how much more.
The purpose or the reason, the claim of the reason for the debt is that just part of opening, a lot of the equipment that they had purchased failed. And so in order to move quickly to replace it, because they bought used equipment, it wasn't guaranteed. And so they needed to buy it immediately, and they used credit cards to do so. Probably, as they realized, it's probably not the preferred method, but that's what they did.
What's the number of debt?
The debt, well, 18,000 would be the consolidation loan.
And there's actually more than that, but not a whole lot more.
Right.
18 and change.
There was another one that the credit card company would work with them to
Correct.
have very low interest so that they're okay to make those payments.
And so the bank was willing to do the loan if it was guaranteed. We've since went back and asked the bank if they would consider expanding their original loan, because the building may be worth more than what they had it secured for. And they said, the loan officer told me that they're not willing to do anything else. We've also explored the possibility of using SBA, which does loan guarantees, and the banker also told us the same thing. They are not willing to enter into an SBA loan because of the paperwork that's required. And I guess they had one in the past, it didn't go so well.
Yeah.
An
Whatever
SBA
that means.
guarantee for the bank loan.
Yeah,
Correct.
so SBA, they don't necessarily do straight loans. What they do is they work with participating lenders through loan guarantees. So the lender is still actually lending the money out. And Rushford State Bank is considered a participating lender, but that goes back to the one that they did in the past where they didn't follow the paperwork correctly, and it was just determined that they didn't want to enter into that again.
So we've gone down a couple of rabbit holes to try to figure out if there's other ways to make this work, and there doesn't seem to be, so.
At subcommittee, we learned that these are all personal credit cards. There's not a business card. That intermingled in this debt are personal purchases.
No.
She didn't think there was.
Yeah,
think
she
it
said
were.
that there was no mingling of
She
personal
said she could
expenses.
produce background on it.
Okay.
Because we said that would be a condition if,
Right.
if there was
It's gotta
gonna be a
business, yeah,
guarantee.
that's straightforward.
Well, but still, they're, okay.
But they're in her name.
They're
They're in her name.
personal
Not
credit
the
cards. What else? It is credit card debt, and so we, as the EDA, started asking ourselves as a subcommittee, you know, is this our function? Do we wanna get into remedial business credit card debt refinancing, or will we open the floodgates so every business owner
Is
in
there a
town
way
has
to,
got a credit card?
is there a way to do this guarantee and approve it to avoid the floodgate?
Yeah, we could probably set some conditions and terms, or findings is what we would use.
To say that we're doing it for this one, but we're not gonna do it for,
That there are
Everybody.
specific reasons as to why we would.
Well, the other thing is, number one, it should be noted that unequivocally, the three members of the subcommittee recommend not doing this. So we've looked at it, we met with Amy, we looked at a lot more numbers.
Right.
Also, at the time of when we extended the line of credit through the bank, back whenever this all started, prior to the bank and EDA financing being in place, the credit cards were building up. They were on their credit cards. What we heard at that time was, as soon as we get the money, we will pay off these credit cards. The equipment purchase, we never heard about it. They never came to us and said, you know, they were flush with money still at the time, certainly going through, burning through it quickly. But there were, like Scott said, there were a number of reasons besides the loan guarantee. But if you want to get into the loan guarantee discussion, we have no relationship with the bank. They won't loan the money. Why should we guarantee the money?